What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building today, guys, with the Daniel Defense M4A1. Now, this is an iconic weapon within itself. When it comes to like the golden standard of AR-15s, I always got to give it up to Daniel Defense. You know, there's plenty of other companies out there that I love, that I rock with, that I feel like produce, you know, very valuable and high quality firearms. But like the golden standard, right? Like just a great way to enter in if you want to give that easy answer. Kind of like if someone says, hey, what is a good pistol to start off with? You recommend like Glock. I feel like Daniel Defense is the Glock, but of the AR-15 platform, right? And this in particular, the M4A1, is another one of those that are just pretty much the golden standard within the realm of Daniel Defense. You have, of course, the M4V1, which was my first ever Daniel Defense, which is pretty much the M4A1, but with a 16-inch barrel. And then you have, like you have here, the M4A1 RIS-2. Then the brand new, recently reviewed RIS-3, which is pretty much the same exact model, but with a RIS-3 M-LOK rail, but also you have ambidextrous lower on the safety as well as on the bolt catch and all that. But this is, of course, the iconic M4A1, a part of that Block 2 SOCOM from 2005. And there's different variations of the M4A1. You have this version, which is the standard with the rail, but then you also have the front post sight version, which we actually have right here, and we will be doing a video on this one very shortly. These are pretty much the same exact thing. The main difference of the two, though, is that this comes as a total firearm, that comes only as an upper. Now, with that said, one of the things about this firearm, of course, is the RIS-2 quad rail, which is very iconic. This is a 14.5-inch barrel that is pinned and welded with a Daniel Defense extended flash hider that gives you that 16 inches overall length, which if you want to then swap it and run it with a suppressor, you would then have to go to a gunsmith of some sorts to get the pin taken out, put another device on, and then pin and weld it on there to give you that 16 inches. But this is technically a full-on legal 16-inch rifle. You would just, if you want to run it suppressed, have to swap that out down the line. But this comes with a standard flash hider. It also comes, of course, with the standard like post sight that you can just put on there if you want. And we're running on this one in particular a Primary Arms PLX Compact, which we did a review on. The quad rail comes in two different colorways. You have the FDE and then also the black. And as I stated before, this is just a standard lower, not ambidextrous, but you do have, I believe, no, I was gonna say you don't have ambidextrous on the bolt catch or on the the safety is ambidextrous, but the bolt catch is not. Of course, the magazine, you have it on this side. Now, you do have ambidextrous on the rip and grip charging handle, which I do like a lot. You have the standard butt stock from Daniel Defense, which I usually swap them out, but it's not a bad stock overall. A fantastic overall firearm. Now, this gas system is a carbine length gas system, whereas the RIS-3 is the mid-length gas system, which you can slightly feel a little bit of difference, and some people prefer the mid-length over that. But you can't really go wrong with the RIS-3 or the RIS-2. This is the vibes, I would say, for the most part. The RIS-3 is more of an updated version of this, and it is the M-LOK, which some people prefer over quad, but quad is life too at the end of the day. That's why I had to get both. I have a RIS-3 and a RIS-2 now because I couldn't help it, right? And then we have this one. So, like I said, it's the golden standard. There's not much that I can say that hasn't already been said when it comes to Daniel Defense. We've done M4V1s, we've done M4A1, RIS-3, now we have the RIS-2, with the H9 recently. I want to get into some of their 308s, what is the DDR or DDM5 or the DD5, the 308 version, right? But we also have their PDW 300 Blackout that also I think is phenomenal as a, you know, competition to like the Rattler and the Honey Badger. So we have a lot of different various products, but when it comes to Daniel Defense and what has made them who they are, this right here is where it is, the M4A1, the RIS-2 rail itself, and which has been used by, you know, special operations, which, you know, I think is phenomenal. Now, a little bit on the spec sheet we have here is, of course, 5.56 NATO. The barrel is a 14.5 M4 profile, chrome moly vanadium 1.7 twist, cold hammer forge. Gas system is carbine leaf direct impingement. Pinned and welded Daniel Defense flash hider. Weight is 6.74 inches. Length is 31.5 with the collapse stock all the way to 34.75, including the muzzle device. Key features: RIS2 quad rail, grip and rip ambidextrous charging handle, 6-position stock, durable quad rail for tactical environments. The Daniel Defense M4A1 rifle is engineered to meet the military specifications, providing reliability, durability, and flexibility for a wide range of applications. This rifle features a carbine leaf gas system with a chrome-lined cold hammer-forged barrel for exceptional durability and longevity. The RIS2 rail system offers versatility for accessory attachments, while the rip and grip charging handle and ambidextrous controls enhance handling and usage for tactical environments. And that one difference, also the lower ambidextrous, that doesn't really bother me. I prefer, if anything, if a gun has ambidextrous safeties, it's good to go. And it has a very nice and long one, you know, that you can just easily actuate with your thumb and your finger, depending on what side it is. It's not like a small one or, you know, a short one. I like that a lot. And you also have, as stated before, you know, that bottom portion that I believe, yes, you can unscrew and take this bottom portion out if you want to put something a little fun on the bottom, an attachment on the bottom. People like M-LOK, it's a little bit less heavy. I get it. I don't really care about that part. I like M-LOK and I like quad, but quad is life. And I also forgot we have the Mark 18 right there too. Like, quad is life. I've grown to appreciate it more and more, but this gun as well is just, it just sets the standard for the AR15 platform, in my humble opinion. And it's not at all disrespecting other brands out here, but we do just, when it comes like to my personal opinion on golden standard, if you ask me like, yo, I want to get an AR15 and I don't mind spending some money to get it, you can't go wrong with any of the platforms that Daniel Defense provides. And one of the common misconceptions that I was told, and it happened literally in my comment section, I believe, as well, is that people tend to think that like some of the products from Daniel Defense, there's a separate assembly line for the military versus what is being pushed out to customers. And from what I've been told, when it comes to specifically, you know, a lot of the barrels and the handguard and the uppers, and for the most part, all this is being ran on the same thing. There's a difference, definitely more so maybe on the lower, because of course of select fire and stuff like that for military. But these parts are not any different than what is on for a military specified, you know, weapon. So you get that same exact quality. And when it comes to the warranty that Daniel Defense provides and all that as well, it's I never really heard of an issue, you feel me? I never heard of an issue from them. I had the M4V1. This is the one I ended up going it because I was gonna cut my M4V1 down to 14.5. I was like, you know what? I'd rather just move that up, you know, move that and get this one and be good to go. And definitely, you know, happy with it. Overall, very, very solid. Of course, though, you just gotta get that pin and welded moved and you'll be good to go. But with that also said, like I stated before, we have this guy right here, which we will do another review on this one as well, because we got some very dope stuff in from Bad Attitude as well, so salutes to them. But stay tuned for the M4A1, but this is the RIS2 with the front post sight. And it's just Gucci, you know what I'm saying? This is vibes. I like this one, but this is vibes. Like, I want the old school, and then I want that one. This one's fire too, don't get me wrong. It's also a part of the Block 2 program, but I just need that front post sight. But like, yeah, overall solid, very, very accurate at the gate. And it's a rifle you could take the distance. That 14.5 is that sweet spot for a lot of people out there. Well, not even out there, just in general, people will agree that, you know, going from 16 to 14.5, you don't lose too much on your velocity and max distance and accuracy compared to something like 10.3, of course, when you go even lower. But 14.5, there's not that much of a velocity difference. And then going 14.5 allows you to then run that suppressor on the end and not have to deal with too much overall length than running, of course, a full 16-inch plus a suppressor, which makes things get extremely extended and long. But Daniel Defense M4A1, solid, solid, solid. If there's a specific one you would like for me to check out next, let me know. But I'm definitely thinking about that PDW. I really would love to run the PDW 300 Blackout. But I'm also been kind of thinking about, it sounds weird, but maybe even like the Mark 18 with the RIS3 rail. I've been thinking about that, or also the bolt action. I don't know. There's a lot of different ones out there I want to try, but this is the setup that we ran for this one in particular, and I like it. And yeah, Daniel Defense M4A1, RIS2, can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.